Hello everyone, this is Gayathri and Radhika back with a video on one of the most colorful festivals, Holi.
Holi-themed!
Holi falls on the full moon day of the lunar month Falgun. The fully bloomed flowers and the crops ripe for harvest provide an ample source of dyes and pigments, thereby making colors an integral component of Holi festivities. In this video, we will be delving into the myths, traditions, and essence of Holi through scenes that depict cultural Holi celebrations using colors derived from nature, similar to earlier times. Here are various procedures of making natural colors from flowers, vegetables, and fruits. There is a woman removing petals from roses and drying them out in the sun, which will be later crushed to make pink color. The man is pounding dried chrysanthemum petals to obtain yellow color. Another man is grinding spinach into a fine paste that will be dried to yield green color. This woman is boiling peels of pomegranate for a deep red color. These are later used by them to prepare powder colors called gulal or abir and colored waters called rang. The vernal equinox that marks the first day of spring falls during the month of Holi. Holi is hence considered as a celebration of the arrival of spring, and playing with colors is a tribute to the various colors that spring brings along. In the East, specifically Bengal, the occasion is known as Basant Utsav. These are pots of colors called abir that are made by mixing the natural colors with talc, a mineral obtained from clay. Red and yellow pigments are derived from marigold flowers, and green is extracted from wood apple leaves known as bilva. Two women here are dressed in their traditional yellow and red saris with a green stole around their necks. They have accessorized the attire with garlands, bangles, and earrings made of marigold flowers. They welcome the arrival of spring by applying abir on each other and engaging in music and dance. Men wearing red and yellow kurtas are seen playing the harmonium and sarangi, while the women are dancing and playing dandiya to the tunes of the instruments. These events help to dispel the dullness and lethargy developed during the winter and bring in fresh vigor in the daily routine. The Kumaoni Holi of Uttarakhand too is a similar musical affair with different kinds of cultural program interspersed during the month. In parts of Kerala, a practice called Manjal Kuli is followed, where men douse themselves with turmeric water using mango leaves to rejoice the arrival of spring. The first mythological incident associated with Holi is the burning of Simhika, more commonly known as Holika. Hiranyakashyap, the tyrant king of Asuras, gives a death sentence to his own son Prahlad for being a staunch devotee of Vishnu. However, each of his attempts fail and Prahlad remains unscathed. Hiranyakashyap's sister, Holika, then offers to complete the mission herself by using the fire resistance boon given to her by Brahma. Here is Holika sitting on a lit pyre. Prahlad is seated on her lap, immersed in prayers of Vishnu. Hiranyakashyap is watching the proceedings with nervous anticipation. As the fire rages on, to his surprise, Prahlad remains unharmed, while Holika, who should have been immune to the fire, gets consumed by it. This day is marked as Holika Dahan, where, in the evening, people from the north, west, and central regions of India light bonfires that are symbolic of the burning of Holika and add offerings into it. In fact, the festival's name Holi is derived from the Sanskrit word Holaka, which means to offer an oblation in reference to this custom. This fire is believed to dispel the Rajasic and Tamasic traits of ego and ignorance in human beings. On the next day, Prahlad's miraculous escape is celebrated with colors that signify the triumph of good over evil. The day is known as Dhuleti or Dhulivandan or Dhulandi, as the ash known as Dhul from the bonfire of Holika Dahan is mixed with natural colors to make gulal. The herbal colors and the ash render gulal with excellent medicinal properties that cleans, heals, revitalizes and moisturizes the skin. The yellow gulal contains turmeric extracts. Green is made from neem leaves. Red from red sandalwood. And brown from tea leaves. Two men from central India are in the act of playing Holi with their faces and clothes smeared with vivid colors. Placed on the table are some Holi delicacies such as gujia, pakode, rasgulla, and the cooling drink thandai for the revelers to relish while playing with gulal. The second mythological relevance is associated with the series of anecdotes from Krishna's life and his special bond with Radha. The tradition of playing with colors is said to have started by Krishna himself. The story goes that Krishna once complains to his mother Yashoda about his skin color being different to that of Radha's. Yashoda laughingly tells Krishna to apply colors of his choice on Radha and thereby make them both look similar. He likes the idea and, with the help of his friends, he prepares different colors. Here is the pot of saffron made from palash flowers of the flame of the forest tree, blue from jacaranda flowers of the Neeli Gulmohar tree, and violet from black plum known as jamun. He slyly smears the colors on Radha, to which she responds in kind. From this originated the tradition that nowadays is popular as Rangwali Holi in North and West India. Krishna improvised this game of colors by making brass syringes to squirt colored waters onto Radha, and so was born the water gun called Pichkari. Once fully drenched in colors, just like Radha and Krishna, every person looks similar, thus effectively blurring the superficial differences of skin color and appearance. Thereby, the colors of Holi have come to represent equality. Krishna and Radha were very fond of playing on swings. In tribute to that, the eastern states celebrate it as a swing festival called Dol Utsav or Dol Yatra. Idols of Radha and Krishna are placed on a swing, applied abir, and people take turns to swing them. The idols are then carried on a palanquin as a procession on the streets, showering flower petals and abir along the way. In Manipur and Braj, Krishna and Radha's Ras Leela is reenacted through stage plays during the month of Holi with music and colors. The final anecdote is about the mischievous Krishna chasing Radha and the gopis with colors, and the gopis retaliating playfully by hitting him with sticks called lat. This has transformed into a quirky tradition in Braj, especially Barsana, and is called Latmar Holi. As a recreation of the said anecdote, the females of the house playfully beat the men with sticks, and the men, in turn, defend the blows with shields amidst showers of pink and yellow gulal bursting out of gulal gotas. Thus, inspired by the various anecdotes of Krishna, people play with colors that represent oneness and togetherness. The third tale is about the revival of Kamadeva. As depicted in our previous video of Basant Panchami, the selfless Kamadeva gets burnt to ashes by Shiva for attempting to disturb his penance. On receiving the tragic news, Kamadeva's wife, Rati, is distraught at losing her husband and prays to Shiva in a plea for justice. Meanwhile, Shiva recognizes Parvati as Sati's reincarnation and marries her, after which, on the day of Holi, Shiva fulfills Rati's wish and revives Kamadeva. People in the north and west of India rejoice in the reunions of Shiva and Shakti and Kama and Rati with colors as a celebration of love. Here is a young couple playing with colors and squirting rang on each other with pichkaris. This man is making bhang, a milk-based drink prepared from a hemp plant. Bhang is closely associated with Shiva, as he is said to have discovered the medicinal and transcending properties of the herb. People drink it in tribute to Shiva, and revel in the feeling of agility and buoyancy that it stimulates. In Tamil Nadu, this day of Kama's revival is celebrated as Kaman Pandigai. Though people there do not play with colors, they rejoice Kama's return by paying their respects to Shiva, planting papaya trees in the temple premises, offering sandalwood to soothe Kamadeva's burns, and conducting plays on the street recreating the incident. Conversely, the other southern states believe Holi to be the day Shiva burnt Kamadeva. They hail Shiva for conquering Kama, that is lust, and light bonfires or burn Kama's effigies on this day. It is called Kamana Habba in Karnataka and Kamudu Dahana in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. An extension of Holi is Rang Panchami, which comes 5 days after Holi. It is dedicated to the 5 basic elements of nature called Panchabhutas, with which the universe is said to have been created. On Rang Panchami, people from central and parts of West India worship all the deities and play with colors to transmit positive energies in the environment. Thus, broadly, Holi is a spring festival where people bond by lighting bonfires and playing with colors, keeping aside their worries and past differences. The various myths associated with Holi instill feelings of renewed vigor, joy, friendship, equality, oneness, affection, and love, all expressed through colors. With a dash of green and a sprinkle of red, we wish you all a vibrant year ahead. Thank you for watching. Namaste.